In this video, we are going to discuss chapter number 4, Atomic Structure and Chemical Bonding, from the book A New Approach to ICSE Chemistry, class 9. In our previous video, we have discussed about matter, about atom, the different subatomic particles present in the atom, Dalton atomic theory and modern atomic theory. And now we are going to discuss the discovery of modern structure of atom. Since we know that an atom consists of subatomic particles known as electrons, protons and neutrons, we will discuss the different subatomic particles and how they help in making the modern structure of atom. We will discuss the discovery of electrons, the discovery of protons, and the discovery of neutrons by the different scientists. Now we are going to discuss the discovery of electrons. Before moving on to the discovery of electrons, let's understand that the charges present on the subatomic particles were discovered first, and the names which are known as electron, protons and neutrons were given later on. So the discovery of electrons is called the discovery of cathode rays. Since these electrons are having negative charge on it, we can say that the cathode rays are also having negative charge on it. These cathode rays were discovered by the scientist William Crookes in 1878. William Crookes performed an experiment and he observed that certain rays are being emitted from the cathode side of the discharge tube, which led to the discovery of cathode rays. Now let's discuss in detail. William Crookes, he took a glass tube. The glass tube is highlighted by black rectangle in the diagram. This discharge tube made up of glass was taken, and the pressure inside this discharge tube was lowered to 0.01 mm of mercury with the help of vacuum pump. And this discharge tube was applied a potential difference. Potential difference means voltage, electric voltage. This electric voltage was of high power of near about 20 kilovolt to 50 kilovolt. When William Crookes performed an experiment by applying the potential, means high electric voltage, with the help of the electrodes which are known as positively charged electrode called anode and negatively charged electrode called cathode in this glass tube containing a very low pressure of 0.001 mm of mercury. When he performed the experiment, he saw some radiations coming out from the negative electrode known as cathode. He used a fluorescent zinc sulfide screen to identify the cathode ray coming from the cathode of the tube. He placed this zinc sulfide screen, which is fluorescent in nature, inside the discharge tube and performed the experiment. When he performed the experiment, he observed that the zinc sulfide screen which is placed inside the discharge tube started glowing. This proved that some invisible particles or rays are coming out from the cathode of the discharge tube which are striking on the zinc sulfide screen and making it glow. Let's understand this with the help of a video. Here you can see the glass discharge tube is there, which is connected to a vacuum pump here to remove all the air from the discharge tube so that it can be at very low pressure. The one side of the discharge tube is connected to the negative terminal of the high voltage known as cathode, and another side of the discharge tube is connected to the positive terminal of the high voltage. When the current is started and the pressure is very low inside the tube, which is about 0.01 mm of mercury, with the potential of 20 kV to 50 kV, while in the video it's written 10 kV to 20 kV, means 10 kilovolt to 20 kilovolt. We can also take from 20 kilovolt to 50 kilovolt. We see that rays are emitted from cathode side of the discharge tube and they start moving towards the node of the discharge tube. You can see very clearly in the video how the cathode rays are emitted from cathode side and they are moving towards the anode side. And if a zinc sulfide screen is placed in between it, the zinc sulfide screen will start glowing. Later on, more experiments were performed on this cathode ray tube, and the scientists observed that tiny particles moving from cathode towards anode are having negative charge on it, and later on these particles were named as electrons. These electrons, when they strike on the fluorescent zinc sulfide screen, they made it glow. Thus the scientists concluded that certain invisible rays are coming from cathode of the discharge tube, and these rays are actually the particles which were later on called electrons. These electrons, they have definite mass and definite electric charge on it. And these particles, which are known as electrons, the mass and the charge of these electrons does not change if the nature of the gas inside the discharge tube is changed. Means to say that the mass of these particles and the charge of these particles, which are called electrons, remains the same irrespective of the kind of gas used inside the discharge tube. And the final conclusions done by the scientists are that the electrons are the integral part of all atoms which are having negative charge on it. The electrons are having negative charge, but if we look at an atom is electrically neutral. This means that something is there which is cancelling the negative charge of all the electrons. This concluded that an atom must contain another kind of particles which is cancelling the negative charge of the electrons, and those particles must be of positive charge. Later on, those positively charged particles were named as protons, and it was also concluded that the total negative charge of the electrons of an atom must be equal to the total positive electrical charges present on the protons, which were discovered later on. When these conclusions were made, then the characteristics of electrons were decided, and the characteristics are that the absolute charge on an electron is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulombs, and the absolute mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 28 grams. And on comparing this electron with the mass of one atom of hydrogen, it was observed that the mass of this electron is 1 upon 1837 times the mass of one atom of hydrogen. That's all in this video.